Good evening, everyone. A hearty welcome to all of you. We from Whole Forum of Women welcome all of you, and we are so happy that you are here with us. It's been 10 months that we started Whole Forum for Women, and this was Ms Vasu's idea to form this forum. She brought all of us together, me, Devi, and Bhairavi, together to hold the hands for this journey. I would like Ms. Vasu to say hi to all of you, Ms. Devi and Ms. Bhairavi. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. So the main intention of creating this forum was to empower women to create awareness and education about the hormonal issues faced by women at different age in their life, to create a safe space for women to open up and to advise and take advice from the experts. So we started with the issue of menopause, and slowly we will cover up other issues related to teenage or during the pregnancy, etc. So keep following us. Please follow us on our social media page, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And we do post all the recordings on our YouTube channel, that is the Whole Forum for Women. Please do subscribe to it and share it with your friends. So today we have an expert physiotherapist with us, and I invite Ms. Vasu to tell us more about her.
Thank you, Anjali. So, today's guest is Kusum Moti Jham, is a very trusted and expert physiotherapist. And she's in the Department of Physiotherapy at Medcare Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation Center. And she has practiced in India, Singapore, and of course in UAE. She's a life member of the Indian Association of Physiotherapists. And she has a long experience. She has been practicing physiotherapy for 4 decades. So she works with so much of dedication, so much of passion. She brings that passion and dedication in her work. And I have experienced it myself. She's a healer by nature, I will say. Very soft, very gentle, and very loving with people. And I think this is because she does not look at her job as a job. But as in her own words, I feel this is a soul-satisfying job. So with great pleasure, she's going to give us awareness about all these aches and pains that happens to women after a certain age. She's going to tell us today how we can cope up. And also, as usual, we will share her contacts and her phone number and where she's working, everything on the chat. So please look out for that at the end of the session and put your hand together to welcome with me Ms Kusum Moti Jham.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
one
so
small
much.
question I wanted to ask you before I hand over to the main questions that we will be asking. So I know that physiotherapy, a lot of people probably understand now more and more, but 40 years ago, was there an awareness about physiotherapy when you started learning and joining and showing this interest in this field?
Yes, I must say that it was in a very infant stage in those days. I'm talking about the early 80s. But you will be surprised, Vasu, at that time, if anybody from India applied for immigration as a physiotherapist, you were first on the list. So physiotherapists were even ahead as compared to engineers. And Canadian immigration was looking out for every person who was a physiotherapist. And that got me ticking as to what is this profession. And when I went and studied and I looked into it further, I found that it is such a nice way to heal people and to get people back in action and to put function in their life, basically, and to allow people to lead a harmonious, functionally capable life. I mean, what's the sense of you just having medicine, which will just not give you any life, no? So you, as physiotherapists, we add the life to the years that the medicine gives you.
That is such a very simple and yet such a profound answer, for one reason that you know, where we are hooked on to medication for a very long time and we are thinking that there is no way out, right? So when there is this physiotherapy, I know that, you know, medication stopped as soon as I saw your face. I know the relief that I got from the pain and aches. So I always bring first-hand information to the forum at least. So I am really happy and I welcome you wholeheartedly for this session. And Devi will take over from here to ask some questions that we have put together, and then we will open the forum to our audience who will be also, you know, contributing to asking questions.
Welcome.
Over to you, Devi.
Anytime.
Thank you, Vasu. Thank you, Kusum, for accepting to be our guest speaker today. I'm quite overwhelmed to have.
My pleasure.
So there's a lot of there's a big list of questions that we're going to ask you. I'm quite elated that I'm going to be the one talking to you directly and getting those answers.
Sure.
So the first question we have is like very straightforward and direct, like, no, what is physiotherapy and how is it helpful for women who are 40 plus?
So let me first give you a brief idea about what is physiotherapy. As I said earlier, physiotherapy means physical therapy. It involves two aspects. One is that you have to be physically involved in whatever you do. So you have to do simple exercises. You have to keep your body in a good posture. You have to follow simple ergonomics. But in order to do all of that, you also need physical modalities to relieve all your aches and pains and put you on the correct path for exercise. Everybody will agree with me that whenever you are in pain or you have a joint that's hurting, and especially in us women, we go through so many hormonal changes. So you can have a backache, for example, during your period, or, you know, in your menopausal and post-menopausal time. A lot of women, I find, go through a little depression and they feel so low. So that's the time we come in, because exercise works on the endorphins. It helps you to get more active and you feel elated with exercise. But I'm not talking about really very heavy exercise here. This is very basic. So in physiotherapy, we try to first of all restore function. So for example, you had a fracture, the doctor fixes the fracture, but we fix you to run a daily life without aches and pains, with full range of motion, good power in your joints, and to do what you were doing prior to the fracture. So to integrate you back into society is what we are looking at in a very functional way. Is that all right?
Yeah, like I'm trying to take notes because there are a lot of nuggets falling. Like you're saying, we are integrating you back to the society. Wow. I mean, the doctor fixes the fracture. I'm repeating it because I'm quite excited to hear that the doctor fixes the fracture, but you're the one, like, no, makes us functionally okay and all right once we, you know, hit something like. So the next question we have, like, thanks for a very detailed answer of covering about the menopausal changes women undergo and how physiotherapy helps.